Well, for any attacker facing him, Peter, trying to force your way through Rio Ferdinand must be a daunting prospect.
Well, he is one of the great English defenders of his generation.
Quite, Peter. His playing style boasts good speed and technique, a superb reading of the game. He hardly had to tackle. That in itself can be seen as quite an achievement. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Van Dijk can get it clear. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous. It's out of play for a goal kick. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Figo going face-to-face with his great rival.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can.
Guardiola.
It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Figo. McTominay. Tchouameni. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Bruno Fernandes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's played through for him. Portugal are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Tries to pass it through. Figo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's McTominay. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And the pass is intercepted. Lahm threads one in. Oh, the whistle's gone, what's he given? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Nuno Mendes has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Lahm looking to play it into the box.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Figo. Oh, it's played into the area. Timber clears it away.
Guardiola.
Ferdinand. And here's Figo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Lahm. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. It's a promising position. Header! Ibrahimovic finds himself offside. Pull it. And he's quick to return it. Lahm. Ball swung in. Romero. Now Timber. And it's Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes!
Figo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bruno Fernandes. And here's Haaland. Well seen, saw that coming. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Pullet. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Lam is always looking to play quality balls. It's a really well-measured ball. The ball goes in. He's rising! Same attempt, same outcome. It threatens little.
Portugal really need to convert one of these chances now. This service is good, but the finishing is pretty wasteful.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. That pass has been well intercepted. Bruno Fernandes. Timber powering forward here. Looking to play it in. Bruno Fernandes. McTominay. Now it's Hullet. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Chelsea really have looked a bit disjointed to me. Their passing has let them down in key moments, but that's also due for the need of better movement to create more options in the danger areas, something the manager, I think, has to stress to them now.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. Away we go again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Romero. And it's Mendes. Rice. That is good progress on the left. Chouameni. Oh, that's a key interception. Chelsea are looking to break at pace. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes. Showing good feet. Figo. Oh, good-looking ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is through here. Cleared away, and he's quick to snatch it back. Haaland proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And it's Figo. Now it's McTominay.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Courtois gets it away. Van Dijk proves too strong. Thuram needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force.
Oh, good climb! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's gone backward. And Pullet! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Portugal have their second corner now. He leaps for it. Well taken goal. Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Portugal have taken the lead.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bruno Fernandes. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Oh, well measured. And this is Ibrahimovic! It's a loose ball. Van Dijk with the clearance. Driven in. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
It's a good foot in there. Now it's Tuyen. Quality ball.
Chelsea really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Substituição para Portugal.
So we have movement on both benches. Van Dijk.
Número 20.
Where it came from. Ibrahimovic. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Guardiola is there to clear. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Pass is just off target. Chelsea are running out of time and out of options.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Gravenberg. And it's Koundé. Into the last 5 minutes. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Chips it through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Portugal can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Vitinha. Oh, good take in a good area. He's got away. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And they're back on the ball again. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for options for movement. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway. Portugal have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
No, that's been intercepted. That's really well cleared. Gets a good foot in there. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game? What shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Tuyen gets it away. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. And he's had it nicked away. Chouameni. And it's Lam. Bigo picks it up out wide. Lam is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Haaland. Pass is just off target. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Great defending, strong and determined. Chelsea, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Shot a goal! It's in! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Chelsea are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, nicely intercepted. He's found a way through. Thuram! And there's a goal. They are purring, truly purring. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Portugal have their second corner now. Bigo plays it short. And the shot! And the ball's come loose here. So, third corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Bruno Fernandes. And now they can spring out of defence. Pullet is herring after that one. Chelsea have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. McTominay. Bigo going face-to-face with his great rival. McTominay. Eze is onto this. Real chance! And it's in! Just 1 in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Can he get onto this? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. He's picked his way through. Now it's Hullet. And this is Figo. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Timber.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, well played, lovely. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nuno Mendes. That's good play. Delivers the ball. He's rising! In he goes again! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Chelsea go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
He's cleared it out of harm's way. Ferdinand. And this is Hullet. And reclaimed it in a trice. This might spell danger. Bruno Fernandes. Now, can they get him away? And that signals the end of the first period.
Chelsea are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Chelsea claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. So let's get the ball rolling. Now it's Tura. That is good strength. Lam.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Bruno Fernandes. Rice. Gravenberg. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
McTominay. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Tchouaméni. And here's the chance to counter. And here's Haaland. And that is out of play. Romero. Now Van Dijk. And it's Mendes. McTominay. Here's Tchouaméni. McTominay. Thuram is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down there.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hullet. Lam. Lam plays it in. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Portugal get their fourth corner. Romero clears it away. They're urging him to shoot.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And this is Hullet, and it's Figo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Figo delivers. Keeper has taken decisive action.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He's got plenty of space out wide here. They're up to 5 corners now.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 15. Número 22. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 14.
Figo moves short.
Número 19.
Lovely bit of skill. And he's picked it up out wide. Lahm delivers. And out it comes again. Chelsea still have the cards to affect this game. He's on it, can he get away? Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
And they've got rid. Bellingham. João Neves.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Ferdinand. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
So a chance here, what can they make of it? This then, an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Oh, what a ball! Goes for a shot! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
I just thought that was going to hit the outside of the post for a moment there, but it just curled enough to catch the inside for a very good strike.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Takes a shot! He's got a goal! That was a given, it always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Chelsea now in a position far more desirable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery, The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And it's been given away. Just 5 minutes left. Matheus Cunha, good purposeful running this. And it's Bellingham. Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Šeško. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he was quick to react. Ooh, can he get onto this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Šeško. Now, what about a counter-attack? Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. So that's it. It is all over. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Timber got a long way forward to join the attack. No outsmarting him this time. Lahm. And this is Hullet. Played out wide. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Figo with the short one. Lahm. Now it's Figo. Lovely bit of skill. Lahm plays it in. Great chance! He's hit it first time.
That's unlucky. The idea was really smart for me, and he's had a good go at it.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Figo. Now it's Hullet. Figo just eases him off the ball. Thuram played into space, and it's made its way to him. Haaland! And that has been cleared. Oh, good spread. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Figo. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And the pass is intercepted. So we're still where we started right now. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. Figo. Nuno Mendes. Now, can they get him away? It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Figo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Rice. Closing in. And the shot! Tries to get it clear. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option.
Cleared without hesitation. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Gravenberg, too strong for his opponent there. Tries to pass it through. No, that's been intercepted. Hullet. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he get it through?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's managed to get free. Hullet gets flagged offside. Saliba. Gravenberg. That pass has been well intercepted. Nuno Mendes. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get onto this? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Gravenberg. And it's Rice. Driving on and making good progress. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Shoots! Worth a try, but not this time.
Bruno Fernandes cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Lam. And it's McTominay, looking for a run-up. That is good alertness. Bruno Fernandes. Timber. And here's Haaland. McTominay. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. And for the first half, that is that. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling.
Chelsea have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Ball's gone out of play. Pull it. Here's Tchouaméni. Van Dijk.
Guardiola.
Tchouaméni. And he's quick to return it. Can he latch on to this? It's not an... Oh, what a mistake! Oh, that's fabulous. Eze. Looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bruno Fernandes. He's having a pop! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. Oh, nice touch. Stood up well to him there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Lam. And this is Pullet. Haaland needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter...
And the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Chelsea can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Bigo picks it up out. He's rising! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Neatly clipped. Tries one from range. Well, now it's a race. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Now, who's going to be first to this? Looking to play. Shot a goal! And that's a sharp finish.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 22.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. The first breakthrough.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Pings it across. Cleared away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Just about up to 75 minutes. And here's Mbappe. Looking for options for movement. Great defending, strong and determined. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Portugal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ibrahimovic. Haaland. No way through there. That's good running with the ball. That's been slipped through. Oh, it's a charge, surely! And there's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Chelsea are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Couldn't squeeze it through. There's a sharp little ball here. Mbappe running with intent. Well, nicely intercepted. Šeško is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bellingham venturing down the left. Šeško. That has been cut short. Now that looks a decent ball. Bruno Guimaraes. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Rice. Lahm calmly anticipates. Ibrahimovic is on. And there goes the final whistle. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Šeško claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Haaland. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
He's not a defender at all, is he? He's a winger more than that.
Exactly, the Brazilian Express, up and down the line all the time, and a taker of audacious free kicks.
Rice, and that has left him in a heap. Ibrahimovic, and it's Tchouameni. Pressing high and with purpose. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Bruno Fernandes. That's gone for a throw-in. Van Dijk. For Rice. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Rice! It's anyone's ball now. Hangs in across. Van Dijk getting this one clear. McTominay. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Bruno Fernandes.
Portugal definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
He's looking wide. Tchouameni is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's beautifully weighted. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Romero. And it's Timber. And Gravenberch. And it's Eze. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Little pass back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Rice. Gravenberch charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's on it, can he get away? "15 minutes till half-time. Tchouameni. Eze. And it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Thuram. Pass somewhat off target. Eze. Front-footed pressing going on here.
Guardiola.
Ibrahimovic. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Ferdinand kept his eye on it, and he's there. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, no joy this time. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Chelsea clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Eze. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Thuram. He's having a hit! Top class from Tuyen! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And there is your opener. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now. And
Shot, surely! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Chelsea can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. Down to business again. Chelsea currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Nicely weighted ball. He's cut it out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Roberto Carlos. And that is out of play. Vardiol, Tchouameni, Ferdinand. Lahm makes a move down the right. Lahm plays and a header! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Gravenberg. And he's intervened well there. Lahm. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Gravenberg. That's Eze. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press.
Big chance! That's a sharp finish. Portugal are level.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Van Dijk, and that's been intercepted.
Chelsea really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
Rice. Chelsea have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And here's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. Bruno Fernandes. Timber. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tchouameni. Gravenberg.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Eze. And it's Ibrahimovic. Looking to play him in. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Haaland. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Ibrahimovic. Chance for a shot! Goal! Portugal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 15.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Número 22.
Portugal have their lead.
Mudar os seus lugares.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Número 14. Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Chelsea really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And it's Vitinha. Stood up well to him there. Knocks it into space. Chelsea needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Matheus Cunha, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Into the last 5 minutes. There's the delivery.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Nuno Mendes. Matheus Cunha. Šeško.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
2 minutos de compensação.
Probing pass. And the pass is intercepted. Nuno Mendes.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And that is that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now.
Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have had more of an impact on the world game than any other fullback before or since.
In what regard?
Well, with his pace, skills and his overlapping runs, he effectively revolutionised the role. He turned the fullback into a vital attacking weapon. It inspired so many players to be just like him.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And he thumps it clear. Eze.
Guardiola.
Eze. Kola. Aimed beyond the defence. Romero. And it's Rice.
Guardiola.
Both sides exercising caution for now. And Guardiola. Roberto Carlos. And it's Van Dijk. It's Ferdinand. Lahm. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. Chooses to go cross-field. And it's Roberto Carlos. He is just caressing the ball. Roberto Carlos. There's the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Very nicely done. That is good strength.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Timber with a fine tackle. Little pass back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Showing great feet there. Deftly away. Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. Played in by Roberto. And a header! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he's taking no chances there. Timber. Bruno Fernandes is herring after that one. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Guardiola.
It's Roberto Carlos. And it's Lahm. He has found the way through. Thinks about the shot. And he's quick to get rid. Well, they've got it again. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! He's scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Chelsea are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Lahm plays it in. Terrific effort! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
and he cuts out the supply. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Rice. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Jose. And he's forced to go back. Ferdinand.
Guardiola.
Here's Roberto Carlos. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Lam is always looking... And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any strong opinions on the first half?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Chelsea can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. We're on the move again. Chelsea leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And it's McTominay. Gravenberg. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Haaland.
This is the time you need that pace.
Played into space. Roberto Carlos. Eze. Ibrahimovic. And the shot! Rice. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Tuyen. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Guardiola gets it clear. Played out to the left flank. Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape.
Can he finish? And that's a sharp finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. Goes for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Chelsea can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Well, there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front. We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Now it's Mbappe. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rice. Eze. That's an imaginative pass. And there's green grass ahead of him. Courtois gets it away. Chelsea are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist. There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Lam. Looks a smashing ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substituição
The
para
two
Portugal.
coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 24. Está a proceder-se a uma
Well, that was
substituição.
well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mendes charging forward down that flank. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Nuno Mendes. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, shooting chance! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
He's had it nicked away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lovely bit of skill. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Wow, look who's involved.
Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 15. Abandona o relvado e vai entrar com o número 2.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And that's been won straight back. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Mbappe. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And now they can clear their lines. Bruno Guimaraes. Out towards the flank. Looking for the far post. Impressive job!
4 minutos de compensação.
Gravenberg. Mbappe. This looks promising. Gravenberg. And it's Timber. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So 90 minutes have come and gone, it's going to be extra time. So Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 9, Roberto Carlos. Sai.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come.
13. Vamos dar uma substituição.
Lam. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Some really good ball movement. Nice interception, well timed. Vitinha. Koundé. And it's Vitinha. Well, that is one way to stop him. And Gravenberg. Oh, easy pickings there. Chouameni. Vitinha. And it's Koundé. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Collier. Vitinha. Matheus Cunha. Now, can they get him away? Ferdinand is there to clear. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, nice touch. Ball in towards the middle. It is a corner, good chance.
Substituição para Portugal.
It's their second corner of the game.
Abandona o relvado e vai entrar com o número 7.
Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Cross goes in there. Well read, and the danger is averted. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. And it is half-time in extra time. So nothing yet in extra time to make a difference. This, the final 15 minutes, for someone to do something.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 4.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
Vão dar os seus lugares a...
This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Mbappe shoots! Another one of football's and how moments. Corner number 2 then. Cleared away. That's destined for the flank. And here's Vitinha.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Saliba. And it's Vitinha. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's heaved it away.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Passes short and short. Shot, surely! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Chelsea look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But
Getting up there! And again, that is frustrating.
Portugal really need to convert one of these chances now. This service is good, but the finishing is pretty wasteful.
Bruno Guimaraes,
Minuto de compensação.
and he's being shifted off it. Now who's going to be first to this? And there goes the final whistle. Chelsea proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle, they know it could so easily have gone the other way, and they are clearly so happy to have won it. So there we have it, Jim, a game seemingly destined for...